I'm still shocked na nangyari yun. Tapos, the next day, yung headline, meet this girl who beat Miss Nora Honora. I was like, ah! Well, I always believe talaga in God's perfect timing. I think every actor's role na given to them, it's always meant for them. In the mundanity, we can create something extraordinary. Kasi tayo yung pelikula. Tayo yung mga kwento ng pelikula. Tuloy-tuloy yung buhay eh. Hindi yan nagpo-pause dahil lang nababurnout ka. Ang number one na mag-aalaga sa'yo ay yung sarili mo.
Basta.
That's why it's nice to have a strong support system because when you succeed, they're gonna be there. And when you fail, they're still gonna be there. And at the end of the day, you're still you. You're not less of a person when you fail.
Alright guys, welcome
Welcome.
to Emerald City!
Hello sa pink and green natin, di ba?
Yes, guys. So nakikita nyo naman, di natin ito pinag-usapan.
True. Very, ready ha? Nakakatawa.
Yeah, for the people who might not know you yet, can you please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit of your backstory?
So, hello, my name is Therese Malvar. I am a film and TV actress. I started acting ever since I was 13 years old. So, mga malamala 10 years na akong umaarte sa industriya.
What kickstarted your journey as an actress?
My mom, actually. Kasi hindi ko pangarap maging artista. Pangarap ko dati maging madre. Yun talaga yung dream ko ever since I was 4 years old. Sabi ko, gusto ko maging madre. So, from 4 years old until 12, I really wanted to become one. And then...
Curious lang, bakit?
I really fell in love with God talaga. And kasi I was curious on why my name was Therese Martin Malvar. So I was named by the patron saint of the millennium, Saint Therese Martin. So naging curious ako sa life niya. And because of that, I was inspired. And then mas naging God-fearing ako because of that. Tapos parang I wanted to be like her. To parang put myself into the mission of just serving the Lord through prayers lang, through spiritual journeys, ganon. Wow! About pagiging madre pala yung shinare ko. But then anyway, I'm an actress now.
Yeah. And then what happened nung 12 years old ka?
One summer in 2012. One summer in 2012, I was really bored. My mom kasi has been acting ever since. As in, nagtiteatro siya, nagpepeta siya, nag-audition siya lagi. Commercial man, TV, or film. So, I was bored one time. And then I heard from mommy, of course, na she was gonna audition for this new film festival called Filipino. Tapos sabi ko, Mami, wala akong ginagawa. Baka I can join you. Ganyan. Tapos sabi niya, are you sure? Sige, let's try to find a role na bagay sa'yo. So, we looked at the cast requirements, ganyan. So, may isang bagay sa akin, which was Anita. And then, it said there already, 12-year-old girl, willing to be butch, willing to cut her hair, and willing to kiss a girl. Tapos, nung binasa ko siya, sabi ko, shucks, I'm gonna cut my hair? Yun lang yung concern ko sa tatlo, actually. Sabi ko na, Mami, hindi ako sure. Kasi I don't wanna cut my I had really long hair. Like, mermaid hair ang peg ko. Ganon. Hanggang sa papwetan na. Ganon siya kahaba. Anyway, but then I still joined just in case may other supporting roles. Ganyan. So I went. And then I went with Mommy. And then, cut to, we're inside the room na, a panel of directors are there. And then, kami ni Mami magkasunod sa linya ng mga mag-audition. So, si Mami, nandun si Direk Sig. Si Direk Sig, tinanong muna si Mami, Mami, anak niyo pala si Teri. So, willing ka ba na magpagupit siya? Tapos sabi ni Mami, wag ako tanungin niyo. Siya ang tanungin niyo. Tapos sabi ko, yes! Ganon. I was like, I would just say yes. Ganon. Akala ko kasi hindi ko makukuha. Tapos, the next question was, are you willing to be butch? Do you know what lesbians are? Ganyan. Sabi ko, yes, I know. Ganyan. And I'm okay with it naman po. And then the last question was, are you willing to kiss a girl? And then, I asked Direk Sig, I was like, which body part po? And then, nagtawanan silang lahat. Tapos ako sa utak ko, ang nasa isip ko lang naman, kung sa cheeks ba or sa lips. Tapos nung time na yun, iba yung naisip nila direct. Tapos nagtawanan yung lahat ng directors. Tapos sabi nila, you found your Anita. And then from there, nagkaroon ako ng callback. And then we did improv sessions. One improv that I remember was she asked me to pretend that I'm confessing to someone I really like, crush ko. Ano kaya sasabihin ko? And mind you, hindi ako marunong magtagalog nun masyado. So yung alam kong mga Tagalog lang, yung mga naririnig ko sa pelikula or teleserye. So yung naging confession ko, parang naging Makata. Ganun. So yun, nasabi ko yung, ang ganda-ganda mo, ang ganda ng hugis ng mukha mo, yung mga mata mo, parang kinakausap yung mga mata ko. Yung mga mata mo, parang kinakausap yung mga mata ko. Yun yung sinabi ko. And then yung naging improv confession ko, nilagay ni Direk sa script. So what you're gonna see sa trailer ng Chacha ni Anita, that was also my audition, in a way. Yun yung naging confession scene. With accent pa nga ako dun sa Chacha ni Anita. Kasi hindi nga ako marunong mag-Tagalog masyado nun.
So parang first ever experience mo was for a short film ba? Or parang a full feature?
A full feature length na ako yung lead. That was my first ever role. My first ever role was the lead of Ang Huling Chacha ni Anita. As Anita ako. Hindi ko talaga in-expect because there was another set of callbacks pa. And then, dalawa na lang kami out of a lot of kids who audition. Dalawa na lang kami. And yung isa naman, nakalaban ko nun, was a star magic artist na sobrang sikat na child actress. And then, we had one improv where we needed to cry. Ako naman, hindi naman ako marunong umiyak on cue nung time na yon. So, nasa isip ko parang, huh? People do this? Yun nasa isip ko. Tapos yung, panood ko yung ginawa na audition ng girl na yon. Ang galing umarte, ganyan. So, in my head, siya na yun. But then, apparently, after like a week or so, tinawagan na kami to say na ako na si Anita. Na pinaglaban ako ni Direk Sig out of everyone sa crew because she believed in my raw talent. And she was willing na ipag-workshop ako basta not to remove the rawness in me. Ganon. So yun, hindi ko siya in-expect pero sadyang nagtiwala lang si Direk sa akin.
What are the chances na for your first project will be the first na ikaw pa yung lead? Pero kasi diba parang kung isipin mo nga naman, some people are just perfect for the role.
Wow!
But like for example, like Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, right?
Mm-mm.
So going back na sa sinasabi mo din na pinaglaban ka ng director, ni Direk Sid as
Anita. Well, I always believe talaga in God's perfect timing. Sobrang swak lagi. I think every actor's role na given to them, it's always meant for them. Kasi there will be lots of moments na akala mo hindi mapupunta sa'yo. Like, kunwari, yun. But then, if it was meant for you, it will really be for you. I also think it's because of the trust given to me by Direk Sigrid. Kaya, naging ganito bigla yung pag-bloom sa amin dalawa ni Direk Sigrid. And I also believed in her as well. I would not say I'm perfect for the role, but I also believe that I went there at just the right time. For sure, there will be others na siguro mas maganda yung maging atake nila kay Anita. Pero I was at the right time lang. And then, I was also trusted and nagtiwala talaga si Direk sa akin.
it won you an award, di ba?
Yes.
Can you tell me more about that? Like, ano nangyari doon? Like,
Actually, hindi ko alam yung gravity ng winning awards. I did not know how big apparently it was to win an award, lalo na at my age. Because in my head, during the whole time of shooting for Ang Huling Chacha ni Anita, I was just enjoying. And then, sabi ko kay mommy, and sabi rin ni mommy sa akin na, this is just a one-time, big-time thing. Na it's just a summer job that I wanted to do, something that I wanted to do during the summer, and then hanggang dun lang yun. Tapos nung awards night, actually, the premiere night of Ang Huling Chacha ni Anita was on the same day as the awards night. So I was only able to watch myself on the day of the awards night. So, dun ko lang nalaman na, ang ganda pala. Wala, ala, ang cute pala ng ginawa naming pelikula. Parang nag-reflect lahat ng innocence namin sa set. Nag-reflect lahat ng joy namin sa set sa mismong pelikula. And I was really happy with it. And then, nung awards night mismo, in-expect namin lahat na mananalo si Miss Nora Honor because she was there. And then, of course, she's the Nora Honor. And then, sobrang nagulat talaga ako na binanggit yung pangalan ko all of a sudden. And then, lahat ng Noranians nandun, we were all shocked. Yun, I was still shocked. And actually, until this day, I'm still shocked na nangyari yun. The next day, yung headline, meet this girl who beat Miss Nora Honor. I was like, what is happening? As in, sobrang dami na nangyari. Maraming press, maraming headlines, maraming articles na nangyari. And then, thankfully, si Miss Nora Honor, she's so graceful naman. Of course, she's been winning a lot of awards. She doesn't need to prove herself naman talaga. And she was so kind to me. And then she was telling me, congrats, and then malayo pa yung mararating mo pa. Ganon. So, yun. Basta ang dami nangyari nun. And I did not expect. This whole, kaya sobrang turning point or pivotal moment talaga sa akin yung ang huling chacha ni Anita. Kasi ang dami
Yeah.
nangyari.
It opened a
A
new
lot.
path, no?
Yeah. Na I did not expect to be in, which is the film industry.
Yeah.
And I'm here. So shocked.
Since ang huling chacha ni Anita marked a significant point in your career, how did that experience shape you both as an actress and a person?
Basta ang daming perfect timing ng ang huling chacha ni Anita sa akin. One is, kaka-teenager ko pa lang. And because of that, kasi medyo transformative years yun eh. So I'm really thankful with ang huling chacha ni Anita because not only did it hone my career or made the start for my career, it also honed me as a person in terms of socializing with others. From an introvert, I became an extrovert because of the people around me during ang huling chacha ni Anita. And then, with them also, I was able to love filmmaking and to be passionate with telling stories even more. So I'm really grateful talaga with all the cast and crew of ang huling chacha ni Anita. To the point na si Direk Sig, lahat ng special moments ko in life, nandun siya. Sa debut, sa premiere night ng iba kong mga pelikula, and soon sa wedding. Joke lang. Basta lahat, nandun siya sa lahat.
Why do you think trust between directors and actors are so important?
I think it's really important to establish this foundation of trust between the two because you're both carrying this story. And stories are precious. Stories are fragile. Kasi it's not just our voices, but the voices also of those who relate to the story as well. So I think the moment that we trust the director and the actor, mas makikita siya lalo, mata-translate siya lalo sa camera at sa big screen na not only did we trust each other, but we believed in the project and in the story given to us. And I think mas gagaan yung set once you trust each other. In general naman, all relationships and connections, lalo na with trust, mas magiging healthy siya in the long run. And mas magiging open kami sa mga suggestions namin. Mas magiging open kami sa collaborations.
Sobrang halaga nun, no? Kasi hindi nga lang, it doesn't take just one person eh.
Yes.
Ang filmmaking, no? Curious lang ako, nung time na yun, ano yung nakita mo sa set that really made you fall in love?
It's the community made by the set. During one of my tutor sessions with one of my profs, Sir Cholo, we were talking about how even though marami kaming heartbreaks sa filmmaking, we still continue it. Why? It's because of the community made during filmmaking. The relationships made during the filmmaking. Yun talaga, yun yung nakaka-addict para sa akin. Yung mga tao na nakapalibot. Thankfully, yung ang huling chacha ni Anita, lahat kami. Hindi lang kami friends, family kami. To the point that we always do reunions together. Because we've established a connection so strong that we can call it a family.
Sobrang strong ng community, no? Like, it makes you feel whole as a
Yes.
person din kasi nga you have Kasi parang, at the end, di ba, parang we just all wanted to belong
Yes,
and find our
exactly.
own communities.
Exactly. And at least through like sets like ang huling chacha ni Anita, you won't feel alone anymore. Kasi you know na may sasalo eh. Pag hindi mo kaya certain things. Alam mo, hindi lang naman ikaw yung gumagalaw para gumanda ang pelikula. Marami. Marami tayo dun. Kasi lahat kami dun, we believe in the story. So yun talaga. It's the community. It's the family.
Ano sa tingin mo yung mga qualities ng isang magaling na director?
I believe someone is a good director if they're open to collaboration. Always. Two, if you're very sure of your own vision as well. Siyempre, magkakaroon kami ng tiwala sa'yo kung sure ka rin sa vision na ipapakita mo. And then, third is, if you work well talaga, with not just actors, but with everyone. But really high on the collabability talaga. Kasi, I really love directors who ask me, why? Like, why do you think this character made this decision of response? Parang, ay, in fairness, may tiwala talaga sa akin si Direk kasi gusto niya ng input ko. Hindi lang, hindi lang kami robot na parang, okay, ito gawin mo, ganyan, ganyan. May room pa kami to creatively make our own inputs on the character. Which, rightfully so, kasi actors naman talaga kami. We should have this space for creative freedom because from it, mas magiging sincere yung character at mas buo yung magiging character sketch namin. Kaya yun yung mga hilig-hilig ko sa mga directors na willing to collaborate with their actors.
As someone na pinasok to ng walang any experience at all, I'm just curious to know ano yung mga naging inspirations mo growing up to made you want to do this?
I think it's always the people I've come to meet along the way, lahat. Kasi hindi naman agad-agad yun na nag-start yung passion ko na as in 100% I'm passionate with filmmaking. It did not start agad. It grew and it grew by hearing stories from other filmmakers. Sa docu, I was able to love documentaries because of Direk Joseph Laban when I worked with him in Bakunawa. And in acting naman, I learned to love making character sketches because of Direk Carlo Obispo for Gasping for Air. And then I learned to love cinematography and what DOPs do and how essential yung visual keys are, visual frames are because of Direk Dan Villegas in Ilawood. It's always this continuous learning and continuous discovery for me. Kaya siguro, mas umuusbong lalo yung passion ko with this path. And I think it's because I'm always curious and I always like to ask questions with anyone because I always would like to learn in every set. I make it a point to be able to learn something or to have a takeaway, lalo na from the director itself. So yun, I always like to ask questions.
Fast forward tayo.
Yes.
You've also transitioned on the other side. Nabalitaan
Behind.
ko. Yeah,
Yes.
behind the camera, doing producing work. As someone na pumasok ng industry at 12 years old and you having all of these experiences now, how do you approach or how do you see video production work?
Because I've been working in the industry for many years now, parang people would think na I would like to become a director. Pero no, it's the logistical side of things. Yun talaga yung gusto kong gawin. So, lahat ng pangarap ko sa mga set, ginagawa ko. Like, kunwari, may merienda, may chips, may soft drinks lagi, yung mga ganon. May tent lahat, may maraming chairs, maraming electric fans. Basta, I really want to make all the sets that I'm gonna be part of, like, dapat lahat comfortable. Like, although we're working, but at least we are at a comfortable set. Ganon. Not tensed. Ganon.
Curious lang, saan nanggaling yun?
Siyempre, dahil ilang years ka na, ang dami mo na rin may experience na parang maka-question mo yung, bakit ganito? Bakit ganyan? Bakit ganito yung nangyayari sa set? Kawawa naman yung ibang talents. Legit to. Like, both teleserye or film shoots, na-experience ko na may kawawa na talent Or na-experience ko na parang gutom na kami kasi wala kaming pa-midnight snack or pa-merienda kahit na nag-work kami almost 24 hours during that time na wala pang Eddie Garcia Law. So yun, it's just a dream of mine to be able to have this healthy work ethics. Kasi naman tayo yung future generation of filmmakers. So other aspects that we don't like in that old filmmaking, let's erase it na. And let's continue to practice only the good sides of filmmaking. Kasi tayo na yung magle-layout ng foundation for the next years eh. So, even though it's hard and masakit sa budget, priority dapat na makatao ang set mo. So, yun yung pangarap ko, na lahat ng set namin, makatao siya lagi. Para, yun na yung magiging sets na sa lahat. Good practices.
And at the same time, having a good set or having that set na supports the team, like hindi naman nga siya dapat privilege right? Dapat
Yes.
siya dapat
A must yun
standard
Oh,
siya
yes.
right?
It should be a standard. Actually, number one ko lagi is food talaga. Kasi, happy tummy, happy crew equals a happy set. So, yun. Kaya dapat laging busog yung crew mo. Kasi mag-work sila ng maayos, mabilis. Kasi parang, ay, inaalagaan kami dito. So, dapat maalaga tayo kasi kung maalaga tayo sa mga tao natin, aalagaan din yung pelikula at yung storya mismo. And then I realized because of college, we do kasi PM class, production management class. And then, makikita mo sa ugali ng PM kung saan siya nagbabudget. It's so cool in a way. Kasi, we have this set of parang budget na nakalaan. Like, kunwari, let's say 300,000. And then, it's up to the PM or the producer kung saan niya ilalaan. And then, makikita mo sa ugali ng PM or producer kung ano yung mas focus niya or kung ano yung priority niya. Like, is it the crew? Is it the actors? Is it just the camera stuff? But it's so cool to see where we put our money at. Like, where we prioritize things. And for me, it's the food and the people talaga. As in, the set itself.
Ano yung mga qualities ng isang magaling na producer?
Isang magaling na producer, magaling makipag-usap sa iba't ibang klaseng tao. Most of the producers don't just talk to filmmakers. They talk to all walks of life. Like, they'll be able to talk to van drivers. They're gonna be talking to caterers. They're gonna be talking to businessmen for the investment of the project. Ang dami lahat. And kung magaling sila mag-socialize, kung sincere sila, yun ang mga magagaling na producers. And I would always be amazed with producers who are sincere with the story of the directors. Yun talaga yun, sobrang, like, I look up to a lot of producers who are like that. Na they really believe in the project to the point that they will do anything they can to make it really grow. Madiskarte dapat.
Yeah, mahalaga
Madiskarte
yun.
dapat ang mga producers.
It's the ability to get things done no?
Yes. And to haggle. Madiskarte na marunong maghaggle na makatao pa rin.
It's yung balance nung no? Pagbabalance ng isang project.
Yeah. Kasi I think sila mismo yung mga first steps on how the working environment will be. Diba? So
Sila
if they're
yung,
very tense,
yeah.
tense
Sila yung
din.
nagsiset nung no? Ng tone for the set.
Yes, they will set the tone. Not just the director, pati na rin yung producer.
Yeah.
Kasi kung tight lahat, tense lahat, nanggaling yun sa producer. Kasi ningangarag kayo, ganun. And I would see that in some teleseries, in some films. And then more often than not, I would enjoy film sets because I was able to talk to the producer kasi they're really approachable and they're also fun to be with as well.
Since nabanggit mo yung the television industry, I'm just curious to know, ano yung differences and similarities ng film and the television?
Sorry.
As someone who has gone to both sides.
It's so different for me. One, acting. Sa TV, the acting is so different sa film. So, in film, very subtle acting. But then in TV, kasi we have to keep in mind na hindi lahat papanoorin yung serye sa malaking TV. May iba't ibang sizes yon. So, dapat makikita lahat ng emosyon mo agad. Kaya kailangan namin lakihan yung emosyon namin para sa iba't ibang klase ng size ng TV, kuha pa rin ng masa yung mga naging emosyon namin. Kaya lalaki, may sampalan pa kami, ganon, iyakan, sabunutan. Kasi minsan, naka-on lang yung TV eh. Tapos kunwari naglalabas si nanay. Tapos tsaka lang siya manonood kapag sobrang grave na yung scene. So yun lagi, that's what we have to keep in mind, na dapat not too subtle because sometimes the TV is just like secondary noise lang to others. But at the same time, not too loud to the point na it's not sincere and natural. Kasi we also have to keep in mind na they're both stories pa rin to tell. So yun, in film naman, subtle kasi big screen. And halata kapag peke siya. Kasi laki. Kitang-kita. So yun, I always have to keep that in mind. In set naman, sa mismong shooting, sobrang tight ng schedule ng teleserye. We do 20 to 30 sequences per day. Kasi we need to finish agad. Sobra, guys. The difference, in TV, 20 to 30 sequences per day. Tapos film, 3 to 4 sequences per day. So, yun. So, parang I had to learn how to work quickly with my character sa TV. Kasi kailangan agad-agad. Tapos, nagja-jump pa yun. Na parang sa first scene, umiiyak ka, and then sa second scene, tumatawa ka na agad. Ganon. Baliw lang. The joke.
Ano ba siya? Para ba siyang light switch sa inyo na parang, character mode? Like, may proseso ka ba?
I had to learn that.
Okay.
Because I started sa film. And then, I started raw pa. So, the only method that I knew was my own, which is to just take from my own experiences and then use it sa camera. So, because of that, ang hirap mag-off. Pag umiiyak ako, pag-cut, tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung iyak ko kasi sobrang nasasaktan talaga ako sa eksena. Tapos may natik ako sa brain ko na parang sad. So, tuloy-tuloy pa rin siya. I had to learn how to turn off because it's healthy for my brain as well. Kasi nakakabaliw yun if emotion lagi yung magdadala sa acting ko. Dapat may balance din since we're actors. Just like any artist performance, dapat may balance of energy. Like, let's not exert too much to the point na mababaliw ka na. Ganon. So, I learned, siguro when I was 16, ganyan, na on and off na lang. But then, sincere pa rin siya. But then I had to learn how to really step back from my character and not be too attached to it to the point na madadala ko siya hanggang sa pag-uwi.
Ooh. Ba't may mga ganun bang nangyayari?
Yes.
Okay.
Super. Lalo na you've been working on a character for so long, either film to or TV, nadadala ko siya dati. May time na nadala ko yung Hamog. Hamog kasi sa Cinema One Originals, 2015. Ano siya, Batang Hamog. Very strong yung character. Batang kalye, ganyan. Nagmumura, ganon. Nadadala ko yung batang kalye ko sa bahay. Ganon. And then may time din sa TV, nadadala ko yung kontrabida ko sa bahay. So parang hindi siya healthy. Parang hindi ako to. So I really had to create this space between me and the characters that I do. Because it's not healthy at all.
Parang, mapipilitan ka din kilalanin yung sarili mo. In a way.
Yes. That's why they say, like, lalo na sa mga workshops. Kasi hindi ako guys, I'm so sorry. Hindi ako nag-workshops. Hindi ako, like, one lang yung naging workshop ko in my life. Or two. One is ang Huling Chacha ni Anita, How to Be Anita. And then the second one was like a young actors workshop. And then they did not want to give me workshops anymore. But I'm gonna do workshops again.
Curious lang, like, kasi ba sobrang qualified na, hindi na kailangan? Or is it just...
Takot sila na mawala yung rawness ko. Pero, nung una, sige, agree ako dun. But then, like in the years, parang, it's nice also to have a healthy technique pala while acting. Kasi hindi lang siya dapat rawness. Bilang professional ka na, dapat, other than rawness and sincerity, dapat you have a technique that is healthy and that will work for you. Yung technique, guys, yung technique ko right now is to always add one personality of mine sa character. At least one, to keep it sincere pa rin. But then, I would always have to create a character sketch with a list of things that only the character will do. So, like, let's say, mannerisms. What will this character do based on her background? Para alam ko, siya lang yun. Hindi ako to. Siya to. So, para may sobrang established differences siya. Ganon. Even with characters that are similar to me, there will still be mannerisms that's only for them. Like, kunwari mga gumaganon or like gumaganon. Ganon. Para I know that it's them lang. So yun, that's why it's important to always have a character sketch. And then I learned nga from certain people, certain actors, na it's best to have a strong foundation of yourself.
What do you mean by that?
Like what you said kanina, na parang you have to know yourself talaga. Because playing with different roles and different characters will make you confused na kung sino ka ba talaga. Like, am I the manifestation of all the characters I've played? Ganon. So it's nice to keep a strong foundation of yourself and to continuously have hobbies not revolved around acting. Ganon. Si John Lloyd nga pala nagsabi sa akin. Si John Lloyd and si Sid Lucero nagsabi na to have a strong foundation of yourself. And to think them, they've played a lot of roles. Psycho roles, dark roles. And yet still, tingnan mo, sobrang ibang-iba sila sa tunay na buhay. So yun, keep a strong foundation.
For you ba, like, what does it really mean to know yourself?
It's important talaga in life, especially. Lalo na as we grow old. As we get older, it's really nice to be able to have some reflection on yourself. Kasi tuloy-tuloy yung buhay hindi yan nagpo-pause dahil lang nababurnout ka. Tuloy-tuloy yung buhay, kaya kailangan ang number one na mag-aalaga sa'yo ay yung sarili mo. Kaya it's nice to have a continuous check-up kung, uy, kamusta ka? Okay ka lang ba? Ganyan. Like, what are you feeling towards certain topics? What are you feeling towards your career right now? Ganon. And then yun, it's really important also to set time for yourself. Even when you're busy. Kasi kahit na very, di ba, lagit-lagi, routinary tayo eh. Like, minsan okay lang din mag-pause para sa sarili mo. At hindi ka dapat maging guilty dun.
Ano yun para sa'yo? Ano yung...
Pause?
ano yung ginagawa mo nun? Ano yung...
Yung parang rest ko. Actually, hindi siya rest para sa iba, pero gustong-gusto ko lagi makipag-chika sa mga friends ko. Like, may time na, or most of the times, when I was a student, diretso akong school. Kahit wala pa akong tulog. Tapos sabi ng mom ko, mag-rest ka naman. Tapos sabi ko, eto yung rest ko yung mga friends ko. So yun, kasi they keep me grounded eh. Like, they don't set me, like, high on a pedestal, ganyan. Like, I know they're my friends. And that's what keeps me, like, at peace, ganon. So, yun yung rest ko talaga. Extrovert eh, so.
Nice. Sa totoo lang, no, like, ang ganda din kasi nga, even though na sa mata ng iba, pag nag-aartista ka, sumisikat ka, di ba, like, yun naman yung nagiging problem din ng mga celebrities is they're being put in a pedestal na, dyan ka na. Right? And having a support system na, di ka dito.
Yeah.
And at the same, na ano kayo din eh, na nakakalma ka din na, yeah, like, I'm just me.
That's what I like about being with my friends and my family a lot. Because, iba rin yung, yes, like, okay, I've won awards, ganyan. That made me scared to fail. But then because of my friends, parang, one of my friends told me na parang, Teri, even though you're high up there, don't be afraid to fall. Because at the end of the day, you're just still Teri to us. And sobrang, thank you so much. Parang ganun. That's why it's nice to have a strong support system because when you succeed, they're gonna be there. And when you fail, they're still gonna be there. And at the end of the day, you're still you. You're not less of a person when you fail. More than anything nga, you're more eh. Kasi you've learned from it. Pero yun, parang naiiyak as a people pleaser. Parang kasi, as a people pleaser, dahil sa industriya, kasi artista, kailangan mo validation from others. I was really scared to fail. Always.
Ano ba yung definition ng fail?
Hindi, like, may criticism mula sa iba. Hindi maganda yung acting mo, hindi maganda yung pelikula mo, hindi maganda yung work ethics mo. Kasi constantly, and thankfully naman, thank God, na the filmography that I have right now is really, I'm really proud of. But then at the same time, it scares me to fail. That's why I like it when I'm around my family and my friends because they don't see me as someone with a certain filmography. They just see me who I am, my personality, these are my hobbies, ganyan. Kaya bet na bet ko kapag nag-aasaran kaming magkaibigan eh. So parang hindi ako others. Ganun.
Si Teri ka lang.
Yeah. And that's what keeps me at peace. That I'm just Teri. Ganon. I'm not an actress, chu-chu-chu, ganyan, or you're not a creative director, ganyan. We're just us. We're just living by as well like the others. And that's what keeps me at peace.
Curious lang, meron ka na bang film na horror?
Yeah. I have like 3. There's one Ilawood, directed by Dan Villegas. Tapos, there's one na Spirit of the Glass. I was a blind, medium.
Sabi mo kanina, Dan Villegas is also one of the parang directors na
Oh yeah, he taught me a lot.
especially about cinematography ba?
Yeah.
Like-
I thought I was gonna be a cinematographer
Okay.
because of him.
Okay. Like, wow, ano meron doon? Like,
Ano kasi, si Direk Dan Villegas kasi is a cinematographer before he became a director. So, sobrang ma-visual siya sa blocking namin. Sobrang visually heavy talaga and may message yun lahat. So, doon ko lang nalaman na may mga certain angles pala that would help us direct our attention to certain things, ganyan. Kasi, before I would be like, wow, it looks nice. But then, with Direct Dan, it's like, wow, the meaning here is, power hero shot, ganyan. Tapos, yun, ang hilig kasi niya rin magkwento kasi ang hilig ko magtanong sa kanya. So, akala ko, sobrang manghang-mangha ako sa pagiging cinematographer. To the point, akala ko, yun na yung magiging career ko. As in, yun din yung alam ni Direk Dan. Direk Dan, sorry. As in, akala niya, siya na yung mentor ko. Kasi hiningi ko na yun before, like nung pandemic, na Direk, I'm ready pag wala ng pandemic. I'm ready to become your apprentice. But then I went to Mint, and then I saw the tech rec. I was like, I'm head out. Hirap. I don't wanna search anything, equipment, lights. Ang alam ko lang na light, pancake. Parang, may ibang term? No. Like, visually, okay, go. Pero hindi, may technical side yung so I was like, kayo na yan, direct.
and then what got you into the producer field?
Ever since kasi, I was logistical talaga. Kasi sa church, I would serve, though I would do graphics, pub mats, ganyan. But then, I would always like to do the events. And then, nung nagkaroon nga ng PM class with Miss Quintana, sobrang na-enjoy ko yun. Lahat ng Excel sheets, lahat ng budgeting, I really enjoyed it. Kasi I like math. I like math, ganun. And then, paggawa ng contracts, sobrang, as in, dun ako sobrang nag-enjoy. So, I was like, wow, I think I would like to do this career. So, yun. And, at least doon, naha-help ko yung vision ng director. Kasi sure akong hindi ako magiging director. Kasi, I have a lot of things in my mind and I can't seem to pick one holistic vision. So I know I'm not gonna be a director. Kasi a director dapat may holistic vision on their film eh. I really like to help others. That's why I like producing. Kasi I wanna make your film come to life.
How would you describe yung role and importance ng producers?
They help make it happen. Actually, they're one of the ones who will have a big push on making films happen. The director and or the writer will be the ones to create the story. The producers will help produce the story and make it come to life talaga. So really important yung mga producers here. Lalo na in the Philippines, it's hard to find the director na may sariling funds para gawin yung pelikula niya. That's why yung producer, yung magiging hand-in-hand partner niya para mas maipanganak ang project, ang story.
Ano yung reason bakit may innate to to help tell stories?
True. I just realized that now. Parang I really wanted to work behind camera. Kahit anong role. Basta I was telling stories. Because I really love storytelling. Like, no matter what I will do behind camera, if I find a certain career or not, basta I really just want to tell stories because stories are everywhere. And we can find stories everywhere. Sabi nga ni Sir Ricky Lee in one of his books as well, na parang, if we turn our perspective of the mundane things into a certain lens, you'll find your story there. So we don't need to create stories lang from scratch. We can just find it in our own lives, in our own day-to-day lives. Kasi we can, in the mundanity, we can create something extraordinary kasi. Kasi tayo yung pelikula. Tayo yung mga kwento ng pelikula. Manggagaling kanino yung kwento? Mula sa atin pa rin. So yun, that's why I really love storytelling. And I would do whatever it takes to just continuously be part of those who tell stories.
Kasi nga, di ba, parang sinasabi nga nila like, or rather, film is a reflection din of life.
Yes. It's a reflection of life. And hindi lang siya reflection, pwede rin siya maging tool para to put your message towards certain people.
Yeah.
It can be a weapon as well. Sobrang daming pwede maging medium yung pagpipelikula.
Actually, meron din akong isang quote from Sir Ricky Lee na minulat din talaga ako ng
Anong
ibang
quote yun?
levels. Like, nag-attend ako ng workshop niya. He's talking about things that, why do we write? Bakit ba nagsusulat ng mga tao? Kaya tayo nagsusulat is para makakita ang mga bulag. Nung sinabi niya, hindi ko na nag-gets, okay. Nung nag-hit na siya sa akin na nagkaroon ako ng aha moment na, yes, the
Solid.
blight is just a metaphor.
Yeah.
It's yung mga bulag dun sa mga perspective
Yeah.
na yun eh. What does it look like from their point of view? And stories are ways that makes people see things in a different light.
Exactly. And not just see things parang from another person's perspective, even in your own lives na hindi mo nare-realize. That's how strong stories are. And it's so strong then to be able to create stories for those people. Kaya I would always like to say rin na ganon, I like to create stories for the voices unheard and the stories untold. Really? You the man.
Yeah, totoo. No?
Sobrang
Crazy.
naiyak ako lagi sa mga speeches niya, sa mga books niya, ganyan. And ang number one pala sa kanya, may puso bawat storya.
Yun yung maganda about filmmaking eh, no? Na parang, or rather, yung output ng or mga movies or films is, habang tumatanda ka, nagiging iba din yung interpretation mo dun
Yeah. Sa certain
sa film,
films.
no? Yun yung power niya eh.
Tsaka, iba rin yung magiging impact sa'yo. Depende sa phase of life mo. I have a film like that sa akin.
Ano yun? Ano yun? Curious ako.
Yung Before Sunrise. Wow, it sounds so basic, but it's true. Before Sunrise, when I watched that when I was a kid, like 14, and I looked at it as parang, wow, so cute. A love story I would like to have. And then like in the coming years, I would understand the other films of the Before trilogy. Na parang, oh, hindi madali pala yung umibig lang.
Mm.
Like may mga certain hindrances, certain aspects, ganyan. Tapos hanggang sa huling before na parang, oh, such is life. Sometimes, people come to an end for us. Pero tuloy pa rin yung buhay. Yung mga ganun. And kaya ang powerful ng mga stories eh. To some, it's like a time capsule, certain movies. And then to some naman, parang reflection of where you are at right now. Kaya, laking bagay ng mga pelikula.
Totoo.
Hindi lang pelikula.
Hmm.
Stories in general. Kasi pwede ka mag-storytelling sa painting, sa sculpture. And parang universal din yung magiging message mo. And timeless. Stories are timeless. It's one thing that will stay here, even if the artist is gone na. But the message is still there. For me, that's Maynila. Ang dami na sinabi. Maynila. That's so timeless. Pero sobrang passionate.
Oo nga eh.
Sa stories
Yeah.
eh. Tayo,
Yeah,
lahat.
totoo. Yeah. From my experience, iba nga yung pumasok sa isang sinehan at lalabas ka ng ibang tao.
Tsaka, ang maganda dun, lahat ng lalabas sa sinehan, iba yung takeaway nila. Kaya sobrang fragile sa akin yung mga kwento. Kasi iba yung utak ng tao eh. Iisa lang yung kwento, pero iba yung pananaw mo dun sa kwento.
Actually, isang ganda din ng isang mo sinabi kanina eh. Yung films are parang siyang time capsule eh. Kung titingnan mo nga, parang yun lang yung bagay na nagtatranscend ng time and space eh.
Yes.
Kasi nga isipin mo, like, eto, that happened right there. Yung pinakamaganda dun eh. Like, kahit sobrang lumang
Ilang
film
years.
na, it has a way to parang reflect life kung paano din
Until
ngayon
now,
eh.
yeah. Yung, lalo na yung mga, actually, sa tingin ko, yung mga classics, kaya sila nagiging classics ay hindi lang dahil ilang years ago na sila, pero dahil yung message nila napaka-universal. Kaya sila may longevity. Ganon.
What do you think makes a good story?
My answer will be the same sentiments I have for what makes a good film, which is, well, for me, what makes a good film is if you enjoy it yourself. Like, wala akong technical dun. And for me naman, what makes a good story is also the same with why we enjoy good films. Because may puso dun. Eh, lahat ng kwento may puso eh. I think all stories are meant to be told. But there are certain stories that are meant to be highlighted as well than other perspectives. So yun. Like society. Such is life.
How do you view the representation of women in the Philippine film industry, both in front and behind the camera?
Ako, well, I'm really passionate about women in cinema, first and foremost. My first film, babae ang director. AD ang director, DOP, AD ay babae, DOP ay babae. Ang daming babae sa set namin. At hindi lang babae, may mga LGBT rin sa set namin. So, maganda yung naging foundation ko when it comes to women in cinema. First and foremost, ever since the world began, may women in cinema already. It's just that mas na-highlight yung men in the cinema before. Now, which I am thankful, mas dumadami na yung mga boses ng mga kababaihan sa pelikula at sa pagpepelikula. So yun, it's another story that we can focus on also.
As someone na your first project is also directed by a woman, a woman like, ano yung differences? So, from your experiences?
One thing that was also nice kasi during ang huling chacha ni Anita was the story was close to her heart. And good stories and good directors talaga will have the best films, especially when it's close to their hearts. Kasi yun yung isa sa pinaka pinaglalaban nila eh. And si Direk Sigrid, yung first film pa nga niya, the title is Babae. Isa sa first short films niya yun, Babae. And sa lahat ng pelikula pa ni Direk Sigrid, she will always would like to showcase lahat ng pinagdadaanan ng mga babae. In every form, as in mothers, teenagers, mga old people, and also mga young ones. Lahat, pinapakita niya. So, yun din yung maganda. Kasi akala ko yun yung normal sa industriya natin. Na, oh, we have such strong female directors. Which is normal naman. But apparently, as I have come to work now on other sets, iba pala yung pananaw ng ibang tao kapag babae yung nagtatrabaho. Like, there was a time na babae yung DOP. And then, some crew would think na hindi niya kaya. May iba, narinig ko tong statement na parang, paano ka magiging DOP, hindi mo nga kayang hawakan yung camera sa bigat? I'm like, huh? Sa bigat lang ba ng camera nadadala yung posisyon mo sa film? Hindi ba sa visual? So yun, parang namulat lang din ako na parang, hindi pala normal sa iba na magkaroon ng kababaihan sa work field. So yun, but then thankfully, all these women that I've worked with, they're very sure of themselves and their worth. Na that's why they're here. The same way as the other men are here. It's because they deserve to be there. Hindi naman kami iba sa inyo. Like, we're all on the same platform. Dapat. Ganon. And now more than ever, mas evident na siya ngayon. And hina-highlight ko to lagi sa iba kong nagiging discussions, roundtable discussions during Women's Month. Now, when we talk about women in cinema, we're not discounting the fact na nag-contribute din kayo. We're just setting ourselves on the same platform as you guys, as we should.
Do you think, is it a generational thing?
Yes.
No?
Yeah,
Pwede, no?
the Philippines, it's a patriarchal country. As much as we would like to deny, sobrang patriarchal na dapat yung lalaki yung mag-rule ng family, dapat lalaki yung maging engineer, architect, director. Kasi yun yung standard dati. Yun yung norm dati. And then, yun, it's sad. But then I feel like we're growing past that na. As we should. Sa lahat naman ng bagay, may diskarte naman. May paraan naman lagi para gawin yung trabaho mo. It should not be a hindrance naman talaga yung gender sa work mo. Dapat if anything, dapat nagtutulungan na lang tayo para matapos yung trabaho. Ganon. And yun nga sa set, it's really a cultural thing, yung certain toxic masculinity in the set. Because kasi all sets naman come from lumang practices eh. And then it's up to us na lang kung i-accept ba natin yung practice na yon or to let it go and to create this new set of practices na very open sa lahat.
Kung may isang bagay ka na gustong i-improve na area, saan yun?
Sa lahat. Char.
Going back nga ngayon, nakikita ko nga, there's a lot of female cinematographers nowadays.
Yeah. And before, nung hindi pa uso yung female cinematographers, dating-dati naman, mostly editors ay female pa. Na most people don't know. Na bilang, sabi kasi daw nila, yung mga female ay very meticulous, kaya sila nag-e-edit. And at least, na-acknowledge na sila now. I think one thing naman that I want to improve in our industry, or not just in our industry, but in general, is to be open to listen to not just your own voices. Ganon. And siguro yung, what else to improve? Yung prejudice of feminists na when we talk about ourselves, we're already bashing you guys or the male industry, but in fact, no, we're just trying to be at the same level as everyone nga. We're not trying to discredit your works, but we're just trying to uplift ours. Because it's our story to tell. And we also deserve to be there as well.
Yeah.
And to be heard. Just like any other story.
Yeah.
we should always be open to listen to each stories.
We need to put the right people in the right positions, regardless of their age,
Yeah.
gender.
Kung kaya natin, hindi, kaya. Hindi yung, kaya mo kaso babae ka eh.
Mm.
Ganon.
Mm.
So, syempre, the usual message
Yeah.
is na hindi lang kami, babae lang.
Sure.
Babae, kami.
Feel ko na nakakatuwa nga kasi ang dami na nagcha-champion yan nowadays. People are talking about it.
Yeah.
Which is good, no? Kasi nga, feel ko yun na yung kailangan eh.
I think,
More discussions about it.
exactly.
More people. Kasi the thing with people, kapag hindi pa nila naririnig, di sila mag-agree. Or hindi sila, oo nga, no? Pero
Or hindi
once
nila iisipin.
hindi nila din iisipin. Unless marinig nila.
Yeah. And that's why it's nice na now more than ever, syempre because ilang years na, ganyan-ganyan, mas dumadami na yung mga taong willing maging vocal. To the point na nagkakaroon na tayo ng mga safe space to actually be able to be confident enough to step forward also, like the others. So yun, and it's not just my gender, but all the others as well.
There's often talk about cinema being a dying art. What's your take on this one?
As a dying art, no, I don't believe that. Kasi stories will never die. It's a continuous thing that we discover. Because life goes on eh. So there will always be stories. Cinema dying? I think no. Maybe because people think it's dying because physical cinemas, onti lang nanonood. But the medium itself, it's not dying. There are just different mediums of it. There's online streaming. There are podcasts for certain storytelling. There's physical sinehan. And yun, I think we should just be open lang na nagpro-progress tayo in life. So we should also be able to adapt to those certain streaming services as well.
True.
Yeah, I think cinema will never die. As long as there are people and there are stories, it will never die.
What are your greatest hopes for the Philippine film industry?
Ang pinaka-hope ko talaga, which is slowly happening naman, is to be able to have an international film festival where other filmmakers from other countries will go to our country as well. Kasi, syempre slowly, or ever since naman, rinig na ng ibang mga bansa yung Philippine film. As in, when you go sa Europe, when you go sa Western film festivals, they know us and they know the films that we do. And it's nice naman na this time, we're able to cater naman to everyone na magkaroon tayo ng platform here and be very cultural and global. Yan, it's nice to have them here as well.
Yeah. Kasi nga kung isipin mo nga, no, like may mga storya din dun na pwedeng...
Dito rin.
Yeah.
Para mas maging... Kasi open na yung audience natin to be able to digest other films in other countries. And it's nice to create more platforms for more people to watch more films. So yun yung pangarap ko. Which is slowly happening naman. Nagkakaroon tayo ng international film festivals. Like Q Cinema is slowly becoming one. And then recently nga, nagkaroon pa sila ng delegates from other countries. So yun, it's a nice thing to see how we're slowly progressing there na as a global film country.
Kasi kaya no? We have the
Kaya.
skills no?
Yeah, that's what's nice. I thought before when I was in other film festivals na parang, kilala kaya tayo, ganyan. And I'm so proud na kilala tayo ng Europeans, ng Western. It's just that we have to be proud enough of our own films that it's out there. And our films are meant to be seen in an international level. Philippine cinema.
Yeah. No?
Sobrang solid ng cinema natin actually.
Imagine, mabigyan ka ng Avengers level budget, pero sa Philippines gagawin.
Yeah. Alam mo, may script si Direk Eddie Romero. He made a script. I'm sorry, I'm spoiling this. Direk Eddie Romero, national artist of film. Anyway, pero may script siya about all the bayanis in one project. he has a script but he wasn't able to make it kasi nga, wala na siya.
I would watch that.
Yeah, as in lahat ng bayani in one film. Tapos ang pinaglalaban nila yung Pilipinas. Sabi ko, oh my gosh, solid. Solid nun.
Lalabas na si Jose Rizal,
Oo, legit.
Emilio Aguinaldo, ay,
Oo.
si
Gabriela Silang.
Gabriela Silang.
Lahat nandun. Tapos na siya. Anyway, yeah, our vision, it's really out of this world. Who knows? Maybe produce siya soon. Who knows?
Man,
Yan ang Avengers.
imagine, no?
Sobrang solid.
Pag umabot na tayo dun. Kasi right now, we're taking strides eh. Like,
Yeah.
like meron na tayong Maria. Ano yung
Maria
Maria
Clara
Clara
oo.
Ibarra. May ganun na eh.
Oo.
Like, konti na lang eh, no? Like,
Kaya ng budget.
yes! We have the audience for it eh. Like,
Yeah.
grabe nga tayo pumatok ng Hollywood.
Yeah, like, kunwari, Squid Game,
Famous.
ganon.
Exactly. Right? Like, imagine kung makakagawa ka nga din ng ganun and tap every Filipino na.
At sana ay parang magustuhan ng mga Pinoy at tangkilikin din ng Pinoy yung gagawin natin. Yun din talaga yun eh.
Totoo, no? Kailangan din talaga natin supportahan eh.
Oo.
Magsisimula sa atin eh.
Oo. Dapat magmula sa atin, manggaling sa atin. Kasi para sa atin din yun eh. Hopefully, big budget sets.
Kung titingnan mo ngayon yung naging career mo as an actress, anong advice yung sasabihin mo kay 12-year-old Teri na nagsisimula pa lang?
I think parang yung advice ko nung just Teri. But yun, if I were to talk to her, I would just say, just enjoy it. People would think na parang, oh, trabaho yan, grabe, nakakaawa ka naman, nagtrabaho ka ng bata-bata lang. Pero, I just kept enjoying it eh. Kaya ako nandito ngayon with the same passion na I had when I was 12. But, hindi nga lang same passion eh. It growed even more. So yun, just enjoying the process, the journey, and never ever stop being curious. I think that's where I grew my love in filmmaking. It's because I never stopped being curious. And from there, I learned to love stories as well. Because I think we're only able to hear a lot more about stories because we're curious to find more stories. Ganun. I think nagbumula talaga sa curiosity yung mga kwento.
Teri, maraming salamat.
Thank you so much. Thank you rin.
Guys, palakpakan natin si Teri.
Thank you so much also. Sobrang nagustuhan ko yung kwentuhan natin.
Sarap naman marinig nun. Bago tayo umalis, Teri, promote your socials. Where do
Okay.
people can find you?
Hi guys! Uy, nandito rin pala kayo. So you can follow me on my social media accounts at Therese Malvar in both Instagram and Twitter. And Facebook ko rin, Therese Malvar. Abangan nyo doon yung mga magiging next projects ko. Off-cam and on-cam.
Nag-enjoy ako. Maraming salamat, Teri.
Thank you. Nag-enjoy rin ako. Solid kwentuhan talaga.
Yes, thank you so much. Kung kayo din nag-enjoy, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment naman kayo. Show us some love, guys. If you have any questions, pag pinanood to ni Teri, magko-comment siya dun sa inyo, guys. Thank you again for watching. See you next week. And remember, what's behind the scene drives what's next. Keep creating.